Courtney Geider, and I'm here to talk to all of you guys about bullying and why it is important to bring attention to it. Bullies are menaces to society. Bullying comes in many forms and has a large impact on people emotionally, mentally, physically, and action can be taken to prevent it. I work with children and I see every form of bullying every day. Whether it's a child coming up to me saying, Miss Courtney, she called me this, or she said I was mean, or another student saying, she pinched me, or he kicked me. Um, I see it every day between kids. And I know sometimes it seems silly, but you do need to correct it and you do need to bring attention to it because it could affect them. Whether it may seem small to us, it might be a big deal for them. A lot of people think of bullying as something that happens between two children or two teenagers or sometimes two adults. Um, Bullying does occur around all ages. I've actually seen parents who bully their children, unfortunately. And it breaks my heart when I see that, and it breaks my heart to see other people see bullying and not do anything about it. Bullying comes in several forms, including physical bullying, verbal bullying, relational aggression, cyberbullying, and prejudicial bullying. Physical bullying is when somebody physically um, is bullying another student or person, doesn't have to be a student, um, just to gain control or power over that person. A physical bullying would include punching or hitting, pinching, kicking, anything that is physically hurting or bullying that person. It is definitely the most the most common form of bullying that is very easy to detect. Um, Verbal bullying is not as easy to detect and is often ignored. Um, People or bullies use words to gain power or control over their target. Examples of this would be, like I said before, name calling or spreading rumors or saying negative things about a person to make them seem less or to make the bully does it to make them seem better than everybody else. Um, Another form of bullying is relational aggression, and this is a sneaky type of bullying that is often not noticed by teachers, parents, or other adults. This occurs a lot among teenagers and is when they are purposely trying to sabotage another person um, or manipulate a situation um, to break their peers' confidence. Cyberbullying is another very big form of bullying nowadays with all of the technology. And a lot of this happens on social networking, or it's as simple as this right here, your phone. Cyberbullying can be as simple as a text message between you and one person, or from one person to a lot of people, and rumors can be spread, and it's always there, especially on social networking. Now you can delete things, but there's always a way to get it back. So, cyberbullying is definitely a big part of bullying nowadays. And the thing is with cyberbullying is a lot of it's seen and a lot of it is noticed, but not a lot is done about it because people use the excuse of freedom of speech um, to defend what they say online. And cyberbullying is definitely a big thing nowadays with the computers, the laptops, the tablets, and the cell phone that everybody has on them every day. You can get pretty much everything on your cell phone that you can get on a laptop. I can go on Facebook on here, I can go on Twitter, I can go on Instagram. All it takes is one nasty photo. Another form of bullying is the prejudicial bullying, which includes everything else, all the other types of bullying that I mentioned before, but is usually targeted at a certain person, whether it's race, religion, or sexual orientation. Um, some people might call this racism, um, but it's just simply prejudice, where someone has something against another person or bullies another person just because they're slightly different or they don't agree with the other person's values. Bullying has a large impact on people physically, emotionally, and mentally. According to Corey Morgan, bullying has been linked to a number of school shootings and suicides of young people, but its victims also tend to suffer from depression, low self esteem, and academic challenges. Bullying does not only affect the people who are being bullied, but also those who are the bully. Kids who are bullied are more likely to become depressed, form anxiety, they have an increased feelings of sadness and loneliness. They have a change in sleeping habits and eating patterns, and they lose interest in things that they used to love. Kids who are bullies are also more likely to experience decreased academic achievement, like skipping classes or just not caring about schoolwork, and their grades suffer for it. Sometimes they even drop out. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, in 12 of 15 school shooting cases in the 1990s, the shooters have a history of being bullied. Also, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, kids who bully others are more likely to abuse alcohol and other drugs in adolescence and in adulthood, get into fights, vandalize property, and drop out of school, engage in early sexual activity, have criminal convictions and traffic citations as adults, and be abusive towards their romantic partners, spouses, or children as adults. According to DoSomething.org, 1 in 4 teachers see nothing wrong with bullying and will only intervene 4% of the time. I work at a school and I am not one of those teachers. If somebody's bothering another person or there's a problem with 2 kids, I address it. Because if you ignore it, it could turn into something bigger. And if something happens, it might come down on you. And they're children. You don't need to, they don't need to experience that. They just need to enjoy life. I mean, they're kids. It's what they're supposed to do. They shouldn't have to worry about anything except what's for lunch the next day. um, so, what I'm saying is if you see bullying or any signs of bullying, do something about it. To you, it may not seem like it's a big deal at the time, but in background information, it could be something. It's all the little things that build up to a lot bigger things. If you don't know how to stop bullying or bring attention to it, you can start by bringing attention to it and informing others about the impact it has on others who are bullied. Or if you have a personal story about being bullied and how it affected you. If you don't know how or what to do about bullying, you can go to stopbullying.org, which is an incredible website, and you can click on what role you play, whether it's a parent, someone in the community, a child, a teen, or a teacher. All you have to do is click on the link, and they'll tell you everything you need to know and how to deal with bullying. This includes how to recognize warning signs, look for signs to know if you need to seek for help, learn what bullying is and what it is not, etc. Bullying is often not taken seriously when it should be. There are several types of bullying, including physical bullying, verbal bullying, relational aggression, cyberbullying, and prejudicial bullying. These types of bullying also have a large effect on people that people do not realize. It is important to bring attention to bullying. Do not ignore it. According to DoSomething.org, over 3.2 million students are victims of bullying each year. Do not let one of these 3.2 million students be bullied because you decided to walk away, instead of bringing attention to the issue. Say no to bullying.